Let us take a quick analysis of the final moments when Yosef revealed himself to his brothers and how his brothers are coming back to their father Yaakov, notifying him about, announcing him that Yosef is still alive and he is actually the ruler in Egypt, and Yaakov's reaction when he heard this. So the pasuk says the following: after Binyamin and Yosef were crying on each other's shoulder, it was heard that resonated all the way to the palace of Pharaoh and his servants. And they were impressed. They realized that this Yosef, this brilliant Yosef, was their ruler now. He has mishpucha. He has family, and this family is quite a family. Each one of them is impressive. When they heard the whole story, Pharaoh said, send to your father all of the best that Egypt has to offer and invite him to come down to Egypt. They did so. Yosef filled up their sacks, their bags, and Vayitalem Yosef hagolois al pi Pharaoh. He gave them wagons al pi Pharaoh, as Pharaoh said. Now, why is this necessary? To add that it was according to on the order of Pharaoh. He could have sent Agolos on his own. Let's remember, he's viceroy. It's not a few wagons that Pharaoh is concerned about. They arrived to Yaakov. Vayalu miMitzrayim, they came up from Egypt, and they came to their father Yaakov. Vayagidu loy leimor, and they told him, Oid Yosef Chai, our Yosef is alive. Not only is he alive, but v'chihu moishel b'chol eretz Mitzrayim. He is ruling over all the entire Egypt. What a wonderful piece of news. 22 years Yaakov is waiting, mourning, or sad about the loss of his son. And now he's getting this information. His son is alive. And he is a big macher. He is the ruler of Egypt. Vayofog liboy ki lo hamin lahem. It didn't resonate with him. He didn't believe them. It just did not touch him. Because he didn't believe. The brothers, the sons, that is, they kept on talking to him and they explained to him, they shared with him everything that Yosef says. And then, when he saw those wagons that Yosef sent to bring him, Yaakov, back to Egypt, says the pasuk, Vatchi ruach Yaakov aviem. And the spirit of Yaakov was revived. He believed. He suddenly became the good old Yaakov with the divine inspiration, with the divine prophecy. All his powers came back to him. And then there is the next verse. Vayomer Yisrael said, Rav, it is much. Oid Yosef v'nichai. My son Yosef is still alive. I'm going to go visit him before I pass. Interesting. Between the words Vatchi Ruach Yaakov Aviem, that the spirit of Yaakov was revived, and Yaakov, saying, Rav, it's amazing, it's lot, it's much. There is a split. The first part, saying that Yaakov was revived, belongs to the section of Shlishi, or the third part of the parasha, and when Yisrael says, Yaakov says, Rav, it's much, goes into the second portion of Wednesday, of Revi. Why that split here in the middle? Isn't the same thing? Yaakov was revived, the spirits were revived, so he's exclaiming, wow, amazing, it's so great, it's so much. My son is alive. So the Rebbe explains the following. Yosef sends him wagons on the behest of Pharaoh. These wagons, when Yaakov saw this, he realized that Yosef is sending him a message. He remembered the last mitzvah, the last Torah subject that Yaakov taught him was the mitzvah of Egla Rufa. Egla Rufa is if there is unfortunately an unsolved murder, the rabbinate of the city has to go out and decapitate a calf. That's called Egla Arufa. The same words, Agola. Yosef is sending his father the message. Remember what we learned last? Egla Rufa? I'm learning it. And he says, I'll be Paroi. I'm teaching Paroi also what you taught me. So Yaakov is revived. But not only was he revived, that Yosef is following in his footsteps, learning Torah even in Egypt, similar as he did by Lavan, but he said another point. Rav, he's doing more than I did. I learned for myself. I didn't change Lavan. Yosef in Egypt, not only did he continue follow in the footsteps, he went a step further. He was even able to influence Paroi and Egypt into this journey of Yaakov. Yaakov's journey, as we remember, was the ladder that he saw. His purpose is to bring godliness into this world. Yosef took it a step further, took it all the way to Egypt.